Man, fella, I watched his little, those little quick little shorts on YouTube. You ever watch those little things? And there was one, and this dude laid down some fucking shit. I had no fucking idea. I had to look it up, and I was like, I was afraid to look it up on my computer because I was like, I don't want this shit on my computer. I'll be damned if it wasn't fucking true. And I was like, this guy is fucking, it's crazy.
What all was it?
They were talking about what's he called? He's called the Black Conservative son, but he was talking about just the where they were talking about transgender rights or something like that, saying it's like always born that way, da 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 da. And he was like, no, I don't believe it. You can't be born that way. How do you know, or something like that.
Right.
But he's basically saying is you can't call it that. He goes, the minute you call it, someone was born that way. He goes, that's opening up another door for other things, and you do not want that.
For pedophilia.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he said.
That's the core of this whole thing is to make it to where you can't tell me that whatever I do is not acceptable.
New safe zone located.
Exactly.
And you can't tell me who I can and can't love, even if that includes a 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, and there's what they call
You're
it, the
just
North
being
American
a
Association.
Watch for threats.
There's a North American Association
NAMBLA.
of pedophilia.
Do you know where the fucking office for NAMBLA is?
Where's that?
Shotgun?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. I'm getting shot.
that shit blew my mind. I was like, and
Okay,
he was
so
right, 'cause
have you ever
he
seen the
said
South
murderers.
Park?
This, oh my, yeah, South Park like predicted this shit. They said 10, 15 years ago. This shit was crazy.
They called it Man Blood, and it was the Man Boy Love Association.
Yeah,
And the actual name of the thing is NAMBLA, and it's like the North American Boy Lovers Association or some shit.
yeah.
And it's a real thing, and they're like, oh, and I mean, these people are trying to get it
Legalized. They're trying
legalized.
Gas is moving.
Yeah.
The gas is starting to split.
And that's the
Stay
whole
sharp down there.
point of this drag queen story hour shit. And to get a secret between
to the
these
safe
people
zone.
and the kids that the parents don't know about.
Yep.
That you're already on the slope at that point.
Yep. This dude was like, man, that shit. I had to watch the video 5 times. I was like, this can't be real. And I started looking it up, and I was like, oh my god, this
Dude,
motherfucker
it's
is
bad. It's
correct.
real bad. And I mean, that was the whole thing about shutting down the southern border.
Hey.
Black
It's
site is
not
clear.
the
Area
drugs.
secure.
It's not the illegal immigrants. It's the It's the kids being trafficked for sex that are coming across the border.
Yep.
Go lay down.
Oh my god.
And the Democrats are like,
Go
"Oh,
lay down.
you just hate Mexicans." No.
Hey, go lay down.
And that's the bad thing in those foreign countries. It's down south, whatever. I think the Middle East, whatever. The sex trafficking and whatever. That's where they're
did you-
kidnapping these teenage girls for. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
And did you see that girl that they just caught coming across the border? She was 9 years old and had 47 different traces of DNA in her.
Oh my god, that's nasty.
That's real shit. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I'm going towards this buy station.
we're not talking
Yeah,
about
buddy.
Q
Oh,
here.
yeah, I got
This
money.
is real, you know?
And that's what got Epstein in trouble, right? That's what got Epstein in trouble.
And don't forget that Epstein's entire client list still has their jobs.
Yep. That's why they're keeping it secret, man.
I mean, how the fuck did he go to jail for trafficking people to nobody?
Exactly.
You want me to drop it right in here?
Yeah. But yet,
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
No, it's dropping right here, right here, Squinky.
man,
gas.
that shit, that little snippet video, killed me, dude. Because he was like, murderers say they're psychopaths say they were born with this idea. He goes, so you're saying it's okay? So then we could just kill whoever, do whatever. He goes, and then there's the pedophile. I was like, what the hell? That shit was. That shit.
You slow down.
Wow. That was good shit.
And I mean, there's gonna be a point. What you're gonna eventually see is you're gonna see the real, and you'll know what I mean when I say this in a minute. The real gay and lesbian community are gonna turn on the trans community at some point.
Oh, I'm waiting for it.
And it's
'Cause
gonna be nasty when they do it,
Oh, yeah.
because they've been hijacked. The gays and the lesbians have been, for the last 20 years, have been trying to prove that they can raise a kid just as soundly as a heterosexual couple. And now all of a sudden these trans people are like, well, you all are gay, so your kids should support us.
Yeah.
And they're going to turn all these gay kids are going to be the number one subject. And then there's going to be this huge suicide rate in about 10 years from gay couples' kids.
Oh yeah, they already said like some of these trans or whatever kids already got some psychological problems, and their suicide rate is high as fuck. And then, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to blame it on society. Well, it kind of is society, but it's their fucking fault. But you're right. There needs to be a division. That's why I get mad. I was like, why did they lumped? I think it was a video out where some lesbian lady was like, I don't know why they lumped me into their little fucking movement. She goes,
well, they didn't. They hijacked it.
Yeah.
It's like Antifa. It's like Antifa naming themselves Antifa, but actually being fascist.
Yeah.
I got proc.
You know, it's like there's a lot of examples of that where it's blatant misdirection. And it worked for a little while, but at this point, everybody's like, man, what the fuck?
Hey, Rose, let me know if you sneak up there. I'll throw a jill charge at him. Let me know. I had to shoot. He's up there.
You know, when all that shit started
he got through, Rose. Yeah.
They said that once you actually dig into the rabbit hole,
on me.
the phrase is, those who know don't sleep well anymore.
I get shot. You hear that, Beef?
And you'll think about it all the time. You can't stop thinking about it. It's like it's kids. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck! You didn't even tell me there was a fucking.
I don't care what you want to rub your
dude.
wiener on, but it better not be a fucking kid.
Beef out of place.
And I think that's what they're trying to get to. They're trying to get to the point where they were like, well, back in
Shooting at. Oh fuck!
But back then, the life expectancy was usually about 40 years old too as well.
That's right. So they were, you know, if you got married at 15, that was a third of the way through your life.
You already halfway through your life.
Your squad mate was sent to the gulag.
Now they're saying these motherfuckers nowadays don't even develop, their brains ain't even fully developed until they're 25 years old.
And I mean, 100. And I mean, look at, and it's because of, I mean, and I hate to sound like a tinfoil hat wearer motherfucker, but it's because of all these fucking vaccines. Dude, I was asking questions by the time Buster was 5 or 6 years old. They pumped him, you know, 50 or 60 shots, and I'm like, what the
has been
fuck?
cleared for redeployment. Have some weapon here.
Like, I didn't get that many shots. I'm still alive. Oh,
Gotta hurry up here, Rose.
Die without those shots.
Let's go up here and be some high ground.
But I didn't get them.
I got an armor box if we need it.
And I mean, it starts so much of a conversation that it's so easy for people to just go, oh, well, you're just being fucking crazy. But,
you've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Be
SMG
advised,
for
the
ya.
gas is
There's always a
lurking.
backdoor
Prep
to
for
everything the
contact.
government does. That's the other thing that worries me.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
yeah, they're never going to be responsible for it. It's always going to be somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
Boys, we got a long way
Buy
to
station.
Fire station.
Crossing the road now.
Motherfucker. Dead, there's another one. Bother me through, bro.
We didn't know if we were waiting on who we were waiting on or what.
Fuck, I'm on
I'm a dick on the game, so I just keep on going.
Where the fuck did he go? Oh my god.
Contact.
I'm buying back 3 rows.
Okay.
Advise you head to the safe zone now. You have a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, I was watching. There was another one. Because, you know, they put out these bills and whatever. They're doing that latest bill because they're trying to, like, I can't remember who it was. One of the senators. She was like,
Fuck.
she was,
None of these motherfuckers had
anytime a
gas
Democrat
mask?
or Republican, they push a bill and the other's like, we'll give you that if you give you this. You know what I'm saying?
3 rows.
It's fucking whatever, just for that kind of thing. And there's always some kind of back hole fucking thing written in the backside of a bill that no one ever. So they're talking about the main thing. People are all fixed up. Yeah, it's cool. Look at that fucking Chinese spy, blah 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 blah. But she was like, by outlawing those whatever, what's in that bill, what people aren't reading, is they're doing another. It's kind of like a. What the fuck?
Patriot Act.
Yeah, another Patriot Act.
Yep.
She goes, but it's giving the rights to anybody, the civilians, civilian entities, all these corporations, so they can spy on you at any
Well, that's
time,
what,
anything,
I remember-
and do anything they want.
last
your
year,
phone.
they had to do, some Republicans had to pass a bill that would have banned certain guns, and they said we have to pass it because of this thing that was written in it.
There's a fucking sniper looking at us up here. Go right. Try to go as far right as you can.
Yeah, that's been the argument for.
Yeah, and he sat there and
100
said, he said we
years
had.
now.
He came out and said we had to vote it in. He said, but don't worry.
Yep.
The next stage, we'll get that taken care of. He said, but we cannot allow this other part to go through. And he explained it, and I was like, that makes sense. At least he read
Well,
the
yeah,
fucking bill.
I mean, you know, they're like, we'll give you, you know,
Is he in the tower, Swinky?
we'll outlaw
they're the
abortion,
parachute.
but at the
Trying to
same
mark
time,
them
you've
if
got to
you-
outlaw all guns, and it's like, no. So now you're voting against not outlawing abortion as a Republican, and you can't help it because they were going to outlaw guns if you did vote for it. That's just a general. I don't know. I think we need a big reset, and I
somebody's
honestly
coming right at us,
believe the
Squinky.
only
Where?
way to clean our
Right there,
government out
close
is
to
to
there.
replace
Yeah, I see 'em.
everybody in Congress.
A lot of them are fired. They've been in there too damn long.
Yep, I don't care if they're
Senators,
Republican, a Democrat, everybody's fired tomorrow. Special elections, we
Yep.
start.
Fucking
new.
laggy. Are you guys lagging?
I don't know if I do that.
Dude, I'm lagging
I'd be
horribly.
like, if you were there for X amount of years, you're gone.
This is horrible. I'm getting out of
Reload,
here.
gas mask. You need
Oh,
one?
laggy.
Well, I mean,
know
12
election-
years.
I need
Nobody
one.
should
I
be
need to
there
pick it
longer
up
than
'cause it was
12
laggy.
years.
They should
That's-
put a cap on it, just like we do the presidency
Yep,
on a consecutive term.
yep.
And then they should, if
I
you're
have SMG ammo.
See,
There's
fuck?
no fucking difference in Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi. There's not a bit of fucking difference.
Yeah,
And
these
they
guys, after a
both
while, they
need
don't
to
do
go.
They make all they do is make friends. They just laugh, play golf, and come up with like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, do this for me."
And
I'll-
somehow become
Hostile
millionaires.
UAV in the
exactly.
sector.
And that's the other thing they should outlaw is insider
Oh, shit.
trading. You should
Mm-hmm.
not be able to own certain things.
Remember when AOC couldn't pay her first month's rent?
Fucking lit up, man. Fuck.
She was like $4 million. How's that happen?
You know what I'm saying? Insider trading.
Making less than 200 grand a year. Like, if me or you did that, you'd go jail.
That's how you
They're
throw a
getting-
grenade, three bro.
They're getting gifts, whatever. Then insider trading. They need to
Gas is
Outlaw.
closing.
Where are we going
Get to
here?
the new
have no
safe zone.
fucking idea. Yep, good call. Because everything they do affects business and corporations, man. It's conflict of interest, man.
Loadout drop headed your way.
They're
In
literally
every way, shape, and form, it's conflict of interest.
conflict of interest, man. And that's why I like Trump pretty much outlawed all lobbyists. We got a conflict of interest, man. That's, gotta get that money, son. That's what they doing. Gotta pay them college funds. I heard they came up with an idea. They take this giant reflective mirror, and they attach it to a telescope, and they put it up in space, right? And it reflects the sun in Minnesota, so it keeps the temperature at 70.
Won't let you die
Is that
here.
what you want, Swinky? Is that what you want?
Right.
I have no idea, man.
We're probably gonna have to jump three bros. Just to make it quick.
But I think I could sell that, you know what I'm saying? Would you guys vote for me? I could offer you that, Swinky. I think I could offer you that idea.
Ooh, that's
We
a
got
damn
here,
nice gun
sniper.
right there.
That's not bad. Sniper's got the three whatever.
5 bullets in